Hi everybody, Jean back with more from Mars, looking at megalithic ruins east of Vivero crater on Mars. I'll include a link to this blog post in the video description below, and as always you can find the images, links and information there. The HiRISE I'll be looking at also include this link for you in the description below. Boulder Field at distal edge of Vivero crater Ejecta, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It could be Vivero. So anyways, let's continue. The photograph was acquired on the 8th of October 2017 at 25 centimeters per pixel, and although this is a HiRISE photograph and we're looking at the high-res JP2, the images are still very blurry and out of focus, so I tried my best to sharpen those up for you, but the original NASA photograph appears to be slightly out of focus. So I'll be showing you images cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file. This is a crop from the low-res JPEG, and we'll be looking at the anomalies scattered about in this area, also along these ridge lines. And yeah, I speculate we could be looking at some megalithic ruins, destroyed structures, and on Google Earth Mars, this is a look at the topography. It's just east of the crater, which is on the right. We'll have a look at this in Google Earth Mars at the end of the video, and you can see this area is rather flat, quite featureless, no massive mountains or hills. And at the time I did this video there was no HiRISE on Google Earth Mars, so that photograph still needs to be added. So the first anomaly looking at looks like a circular pattern or arrangement of blocks around a triangular or square-like feature. Check that out. Looks almost as if this has been arranged in a Stonehenge type of arrangement. That middle part is about 20 meters across, and the circle diameter is about 40 meters. Also another huge structure. There's a close-up and you can see rather out of focus, and there is some pixelation as well. I tried to clean that up as best I could, looking at these anomalies in the center of the screen, and specifically the two blocks at the top and bottom there. Check that out. And this one here is narrow rectangular megalithic block with either a hole or a circular feature or knob in the center line. You know, we've got two sort of interlocking blocks to the top. Even here to the left, it's an oblong circular object with a little dome-like feature or knob on it, so running through sort of a center line there. We're looking at these rows of blocks, and specifically at these two. It's a rather huge megalithic slab. It's about I'd say about 12 meters across. A strange white dome-like feature in the rounded corner. Check that out there. Narrow rectangular partially buried object next to it. We're looking at these over here, and I like the sort of circular arrangement around that triangular rounded cornered slab. I don't know what else to call it. Look at that there, quite interesting as well. So it looks highly artificial. And then destroyed structure perhaps. And we're looking at this area there to the top center. Another one of these megalithic objects, a little hole in it. We're looking at this area towards the right, and that object is about 12 meters in diameter. This one here, with a dome-like feature in the center. Then more of these square blocks with features in the center. There's another partially buried object there with what looks like a circular hole in its center as well. And this partially buried object over there also looks as if it's got a circular hole in it. And even that there looks rather strange as well. Got straight lines, right angles. Okay, so we're looking at another area of this photograph located in the center. Another rectangular block with a rounded corner, straight edges and a right angle, and some more straight edges running through these. Look like blocks that have separated, moved apart, partially buried in sand and dust. Looking at this area, there's another row of blocks running through this way, and then almost perpendicular to that another row of blocks running through that way there. And then around this side, looks like these blocks are arranged in a circular pattern, and here in the center we've got another one of these hexagonal shaped objects with a little hole in it, right in its center as well. There's another rectangular block there, little dark spot on the surface. Not sure if that's a hole or a little knob. Check out this huge, totally out of place object in the center, and it's about 18 meters to 20 meters tall, and another hexagonal shape, and that looks like a circular hole in its center. There's another partially rectangular object there, a rounded corner, and there's a feature on its surface. It looks like a little sphere lying over there. More of these geometric structures, some lines running through there, intersecting at a right angle across that side. So we're looking at these anomalies to the bottom left. Let's just quickly see, most of these blocks are about 10 meters across, except for that one to the right, which is about 15 to 12 meters across. Another circular arrangement of blocks, almost like a Stonehenge type of arrangement. Some features in the center as well. Check that out there. So we're looking at this area here. 2 blocks there in the side by side. The dome-like feature or knob in the center line of the top object. A straight line running through there. Look like blocks next to one another, partially covered in sand and dust. It's a pity this photograph is so out of focus, but as long as you can see the anomalies, it should be fine. So where we're at right now, just find my bearings again. It's in this area here. More circular patterns. Check this out here. There's a circular pattern arranged around that circular object there. Then another outer ring going along that side. It also looks rather strange. Looks like a cube with rounded corners and a hole there on the one side. Looking at these anomalies arranged in that sort of circular pattern as well. What looks like an opening over there in that dark area. Another one of those rectangular slabs with a smooth round side, rounded corner as well. Another what looks like hexagonal shape over here sticking out there. A dark spot towards the center that could be a partially buried dome or knob. More straight lines intersecting here at 90 degrees. That rectangular arrangement there. These have been structures or buildings totally destroyed. We're looking at that object and this area specifically here. And as I said, that's about 12 to 15 meters across. This looks like a stitching line that combined 2 sections of this photograph together. But check that out, another one of these semicircular disc-like objects, little dome-like feature or knob in the center. Okay, so we're checking out these anomalies. Another one of those blocks. Could be 3 of them there, arranged in a arc. And another triangular plectrum shaped object there with a dark area in the center. Those look like they could be sort of carvings into the surface. Line running through here. It's almost as if this was a canal, a waterway. We're looking at those anomalies, and that block there is about 12 meters across by 8 meters. One over there, 12 by 8. these two rounded objects there. We've got some perfect geometry and symmetry in that pattern, and then another object there with a little sphere or dome on it. That would probably be about a meter and a half in diameter. And more blocks or slabs sticking out there. Looks like these were interlocking at some point, just like those two. Canal waterway continues down here to this area where there's more of these look like destroyed structures. More what looked like slabs. There's another spherical feature or dome on this hexagonal shaped object there, and more interlocking blocks in this area. There we got another dome-like feature or knob on that one. Yeah, towards the corner of this one we've also got what looks like a circular hole. Check out those blocks there. Got some symmetry and geometry in that one. Straight line running through there, and then two rounded sides either side of the center line. So it looks manufactured. Look at the design in this block. That strange V part cut into that one side there. This is very similar to those circular features that I show in Kotka crater in one of my previous videos. If you get a chance, please check out that one. We're looking at these slabs or blocks in the center. You can see how they interlock. More partially buried and covered in sand and dust over here. It looks like part of a structure to me. More of the larger blocks in the center there, so about 12 meters across. So we're checking out the top left of this image, and that narrow rectangular object there is about 20 meters long by about 6 meters wide, very similar in size and shape to the pregnant woman of Baalbek in Lebanon, that huge megalith on Earth. And checking it out right there. And then more blocks. Check at that row of them running through there. Another row running through here. And those two there appear to have circular holes in their centers, as well as this one and this one here. So we're looking at that area there. Another one of these semi-hexagon shaped objects with a strange symbol on it. Two rounded parts, the straight edge there, and then this block over here got what looks like a hole in it, just off the center in that area. We're looking at this area of the photograph more towards the center, and another sort of circular arrangement of objects. Check out this sort of rhombic shape, yeah, and this looks like a large dome or knob on the one side, and then a little hole on the other. There's another one there. It also seems to have a little hole close to the edge through the center line. Another block. And there's another example of these circular arrangement of blocks. That is about 20 to 30 meters in diameter. Each block is about 12 meters across. Check out that. Could even be that there was a line running through there, another one through here. This block that was there moved away, that one moved away. So it's difficult to say, but that looks like a circular pattern to me, and it looks as if these blocks were made to fit next to one another. On this center one we've got strange circular features. Maybe maybe that could be a hole, not sure. This to either a hole or a flattened dome or knob. There's another little hole there in that block, and it looks like we've got some dark spots on this one too, maybe 3 holes in that triangle. Another sort of circular feature, yeah, about 50 meters in diameter. That block there in the center, it's about 12 meters across, and that dome-like feature in the center is about 3 meters in diameter. So really weird. We're looking at that row of blocks there. Check that out. Definitely looks like there's some intelligent design behind this. With straight edges and right angles. Okay, now we're looking at the center. In other words, there's that dome or sphere that's about 3 meters in diameter. That nicely defined edge running through that object there. And yeah, another one of those objects with 2 equally sized and shaped features running parallel with that one side, and that could be a hole right there. Even this rectangular block seems to have a little dome-like feature or knob on the one side. Check out this line running through here. Then almost intersecting it, another line running through here, and then another one there. Even down here we've got it looks like a foundation as well. So where are we looking at? We're looking at those anomalies there. This slab over here, this strange, I don't know, chevron shaped or elliptical shaped feature or knob, little triangle there, straight edges, right angles, and there on this one, right angle on that one. And this looks almost like it could be sort of convex shaped. Looking at these anomalies, more slabs next to one another. Looks like a little flattened dome or feature on that one, maybe a knob. Straight edge there. Another one there. With this partially buried object. This oblong dome-like feature or knob sticking out of the surface. Okay, so we're looking at these anomalies. Another, looks like 3 rows, 4 perhaps. There's a row running through there, yeah, and then intersecting it running through this way. So lots of parallel lines right over here in this area. Could these be blocks or slabs? Also interlocking, and then there we've got some more geometry here as well. There's another hexagonal shaped object there. More megalithic slabs and blocks with little domes or features in their centers. There, that area also looks rather strange. Those 2 objects. So these are also about 10 to 12 meters across. And we're looking at this square geometry or pattern there. Those blocks. Also, that looks like a perfect square. Straight edges and right angles on many of those. And then in the center of this object we've got what looks like a circular hole, or perhaps that's a flattened dome-like feature or knob on the side casting that shadow. To get the well-defined edges on this, there's some geometry and symmetry in that design. And then just off the center line we've got that circular knob right there. More lines running through here and there. Looks as if a lot of water flowed through this area once. Combination of catastrophes perhaps. Now we're checking out these. And look at the rows. There's 3 blocks running through that way in a row, and over here as well we've got 3 blocks running through there, and then more running through this line. And then this object has a little oblong sphere or knob on it, as well as that one there as well. Another cube partially buried over there. And then I think this is the last anomaly. Got this huge object right there in the center of the screen. It is about 20 meters long, about 10 meters wide. Looks almost like a top of a metal plate. So convex shape. Look at that edge running through there. Could this be an opening to an underground hangar or shelter? Let's quickly hop over to Google Earth Mars. Take a look at the topography where I found these anomalies. And it's in the northern hemisphere, on the northern latitude anomalies line, this white line. And it's right there. This is where we looked at some of those anomalies. And then in one of my previous videos, not far from this, found more megalithic blocks and what looked like destroyed structures or buildings. These are just 3 of the examples from that video, and this photograph was a lot clearer and a lot more high resolution. And let's check. It's about 33 kilometers between those 2 sites. And there's a Vivero or Vivero crater, and let's see how far that is. It's about 85 kilometers from the crater rim to that area. Let's have a look at the topography with an elevated view. See this area terrain is flat. See if we can get a better background image there. And even here you can see interference lines in these photographs. I think that concludes this video. Thanks again to everyone who's supporting my work, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.